Welcome back, my little monsters. This one gets spicy.
Where's a new player gonna think when they hop into one of these wards and all they see is Kitty Express on every house nameplate? What do you think they're gonna say? It's like, oh, this game must be full of bots. Are you actually insane? This is a dev team that I'm led to believe is actually supposed to care. No, this isn't a dev team that cares. This is a dev team that is chokeholded by an idiot who doesn't know what he's doing. That the devs said themselves, they approached Tengen Yoshida with an ask because the Korean player base are fed up with the fact that endgame dungeons do not reward gear consistently.
As I said, this one gets spicy, so grab some popcorn and a glass of milk to help with the heat. Let's get into it.
That 8.0 might have to compete with GTA 6. That will be a problem. That will absolutely be a problem. Oh my god, can you imagine? Can you imagine that? Bad times to be Tengen Yoshida. Bad, stressful times. The Final Fantasy players are just insane. Calm Freddy geeks me out. The Joshi man reporting back, housing in Sofia is at least half empty. There's a bit of weirdness in free company housing. Oh, I like the free companies who just take over entire wards. And that Yoshi has always been too hesitant to act on because what if they got the houses legitimately? No, they didn't. You stupid idiot. No, they didn't get their housing legitimately. Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think where's a new player gonna think when they hop into one of these wards and all they see is Kitty Express on every house nameplate? What do you think they're gonna say? It's like, oh, this game must be full of bots. I'm never gonna get a house. These people don't know what the they're doing with this housing system. They don't know what the hell they're doing. And stupid Yoshida has always been too soft and too incompetent. You know what he should have done when all that shit started happening all the way back in A Realm Reborn? This is what he should have done. He should have gone and took a look like that and said, oh my god, this is a disaster. No, absolutely not. One person gets one house and that is it. End of discussion. Take their houses away. Limit it to one. They don't get an option to choose. They decided to game the system. They can get punished for it. Or just straight up ban them. That is what he should have done. But he was always too stupid and too incompetent to do so. Too weak. Since A Realm Reborn, this has been an issue. Since A Realm Reborn. 2013, we are in 2025, almost 2026, and they still can't get that under control. So no, I don't feel like giving that idiot the benefit of the doubt. He is an incompetent loser who doesn't care about anything that doesn't directly concern him. He doesn't give a about housing. If he actually gave a about housing, do you have any idea how fast they would have taken care of that? But he doesn't. So they never took care of that in all the 10 years that this game has been running. And now that the game is about to die thanks to his incompetence, he's trying his hardest to be like, oh my god, we're so sorry. I promise I'll unlock the glamours. I promise, you know, God knows what next concession he'll make. Oh yeah, sure, I do hate 14. I do hate 14 with this incompetent loser in charge of it. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, yeah, 10 years for 10 yen. Oh my god, this incompetent idiot letting Kung Fu Kate run amok, hiring this one, the worst voice actress in modern history that we know about, still demanding we shell out money for Fantasias, giving out free Fantasias because he's so obsessed with Lalafell chins that he keeps doing these pointless graphic updates when I'm looking at this screen and I can't tell what changed in it. I can't tell what changed in this graphics update. Can you all see? Because I can't. I can't. The only things that I see that has changed is what? They haven't added any new shadows. They haven't added anything. They haven't added a decent hairstyle. They can't add a decent hairstyle to change their lives. Because guess what? Tengen Yoshida is more than happy to run around with his dorky looking Lalafell pigtails. So he doesn't care about having any other hairstyles. He doesn't want long hair like this, like the one I've got on my avatar, because that, I guess, that offends him. And he's so afraid of the clipping. Oh, he's so afraid of the clipping. Nobody's afraid of the clipping. My God, you actual loser. You actual idiot. If people were afraid of clipping, what are all the mods on the XIV archive? They're all these long, pretty hair mods. It's the Vana hair mod. It's the Nofaka hair mod. It's the Ysail hair mod. It's the Yotsu hair mod. People want nice, pretty hairs. They want nice beards like the one that Xeno uses in his modded character, because everybody knows that he uses mods when he's off stream. My God. Oh yes, the beards are fucking verboten. Oh, but the Japanese don't like beards. Do I give a shit about what the Japanese like and what they don't like? You have most of the player base is Westerners, so you have to cater, guess what, to the Westerners, unless you want them to fuck off and go play another game. And guess what? That's exactly what they did. They fucked off and they went to go play World of Warcraft. They went to go. They fucked off and they went to go play RuneScape. They fucked off and they went to go back to Final Fantasy XI. They went and fucked off away from 14 because it took them 10 years and they did absolutely nothing to fix all the core issues with this game, with its customization, with the classes. They had decent enough classes all the way back in A Realm Reborn. I would take even 1.0 class design over this shit, but they've reduced it to in Endwalker and Dawntrail. Endwalker was already a disaster, and then Dawntrail just shat the bed even harder with the Black Mage changes, with Solar Bahamut. Nobody wanted Solar Bahamut. I don't know who these idiots are making fan art of Solar Bahamut, but almost every serious summoner player hates this thing. Nobody wanted it. Absolutely nobody wanted it. Who the hell wanted Solar Bahamut? You know what people actually wanted? You know how many people what kind of mods people actually download for Summoner? They download the mod that gives them the ability to summon Shiva, Ramuh, Leviathan, Alexander, Odin, Hydaelyn, the 12, Yotsu, Suzaku, Hades. There's a mod for Hades. There's a mod to summon Zodiac. Those are the kinds of mods that people actually want to have. Those are the kinds of pets that people actually want fucking Summoner, not Solar fucking Bahamut. Nobody wanted Solar Bahamut. "10 years of this idiocy. 10 fucking years of this idiocy. And but the devs work so hard." No, they don't. You think that the devs work hard making this thing? They stole this model from Stranger of Paradise, and you want to tell me that they work hard? Nah. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. When they only make concessions when the game is already dead and on its way out, when they've lost 40% of their player base. Are you insane? Are you actually insane that you're gonna tell me, the male Highlanders, that they have no eyebrows? No, they shave them, but they're so very light. Oh, come on. And you know what? Remember this? Do you remember this shit? Do you remember this shit when Tenya and Yoshida actually went on stream and promoted this? The Hrothgar with no ears on their head? Are you insane? Are you actually insane? This is a dev team that I'm led to believe is actually supposed to care. No, this isn't a dev team that cares. This is a dev team that is chokeholded by an idiot who doesn't know what he's doing, who only cares about his up looking Lalafell and is easy to play a streamlined crap class Black Mage. Oh no, he abandoned Black Mage. I'm sorry, no, he doesn't play Black Mage anymore. Now he plays Pictomancer, the class that looks like it's like for babies who eat paint all day, with how ugly it looks with all of its effects. So, and he's more than content to just let anything that doesn't concern him slip by. And that is why you had earless Hrothgars for a patch and a half, until the dev team was so embarrassed that they went behind his back and said, no, actually, this Yoshida, I'm adding the ears back in whether you want to or not. Any good thing that has happened in this game is because somebody has gone behind his back in order to do it. That's the only reason that you have the circlets that showed up on Viera and Hrothgar to begin with back in Shadowbringers. That is the only reason that you got Mel Viera, because somebody in the art team decided that they were going to take their own time to do it and design it and model it. That is the only reason you have it, and that is the only reason that you also have female Hrothgar. That is the only reason that you have female Hrothgar. That is the only reason that you have any of this shit. That is the only reason why the limited races are no longer limited races as of 2025. And even then, I'm aware that they have some helmets that they still can't use, whatever. For the most part, they're unlimited races now. But when they came out, you even had to pay £5 for a Fantasia to be able to change your hair on male Hrothgar. Are you serious? Do you think this is a developer? Do you think this is a director who gives a shit about anything, any of your wants, about being customer friendly? Are you insane? Are you insane? I've experienced 10 years of this man's reign of terror over this game, and I've seen him bounce from one controversy to the next with almost no repercussion, and I've had to deal with a Lego people telling me that I'm entitled for wanting a decent product, that I'm entitled for wanting to be able to change my hairstyle without having to shill out 10 quid. I am entitled for wanting the races to come out with both genders at the same time and not years apart from each other, and exactly this kind of like incongruity. I'm called entitled because I want my missing summons. I'm called entitled because I want a class that it doesn't play like dog shit. I'm called entitled because I want a story that isn't dog shit. Are you insane? Are you actually insane? No. And that is why I left Final Fantasy XIV. That is why I left this shit game. That is why I do not see myself coming back. I might come back for a torture stream, that maybe that, where I scream and cry and shit my pants every time that Wook Labatt comes on the camera, camera. Aye, because it's just this game is a disaster. This game is an actual disaster. This game is beyond salvation. It is beyond salvation so long as you let this loser, this actual loser, run amok and keep ruining things. And it's not just him, it's Kung Fu Kate, it's Mr. Ozma. Nobody likes Mr. Ozma's content, I am sorry. Me, Fork Tower, nobody likes that shit. Nobody wanted it. What people wanted was something akin to Castrum or akin to Delubrum Regine, something like that, where it's just you can queue in, you don't. Oh, but no. They thought Mr. Ozma thought that raid had too much support. He had too much support. Are you kidding me? Oh, so I had to compete in a lottery with all these other idiots who want to get into the Fork Tower, and then they show up, they don't have their support job, they don't have their phantom job, and then they die the second that you queue in, okay? Oh, you get an organized group and you have to go through 50 hours of trying to get into the same instance, and then you can't actually get into the raid because a sniper gets in and steals somebody's spot. Is that no, but he thinks that there's too much support. Oh, get the that idiot should have been fired all the way back in Baldician Arsenal when he did the same thing, because his favorite game is Diablo 2 Hardcore. His favorite game is Diablo 2 Hardcore, and he decided that he wanted Final Fantasy XIV to be more like it. And now it's so much like it that now you can't even have casters, now you can't even have cast times because it's too much for this engine, and he wants to continue speeding up the combat. He wants to continue speeding up so that he can do more stupid ultimates that only 5% of the player base ever clear, so that you will continue getting these shit jobs like Summoner, which is basically pick the color Lego that you want to add into the rotation now and then save all the other ones, and then you press Solar Bahamut and then you get that, and you can't. Oh my god, it's just such a f***ing disaster. It's an actual f***ing disaster, and nobody. The actual fans of this game will tell you that. The actual fans of this game, like myself, like my mates, we have been calling for change for 10 years. We have been ignored for 10 years. Half of these streamers, most of these streamers, the major content creator for this game, they woke up too late. They were too busy kissing up to Yoshida for the longest time. While a lot of us were suffering. Like, for example, the limited job fiasco. The day that went live, and I went, oh my god, how dare they make Blue Mage a limited job when it was a full job in 11. You know what Mr. Happy said? He said, no, go and join the Blue Mage learning spell fellowship and you'll get your spells that way. When that but that's the thing though, that's not addressing the lack of content, the fact that a core job has been completely removed because Tengen Yoshida decided that Blue Mage was not going to be the cool dual sword wielding job from Final Fantasy XI, that it was going to be a dorky stupid magician, because that is what he wanted it to be. Are you kidding me? Who was in the room? Who has the balls to tell that idiot no? Nobody has the balls to tell that idiot no, because what we saw in that Korean live letter, that the devs said themselves, they approached Tengen Yoshida with an ask because the Korean player base are fed up with the fact that endgame dungeons do not reward gear consistently, that they can't farm it. It's impossible to farm gear for your class, essentially. It takes fucking forever. So they approached Yoshida and said, hey, listen to us. Our player base really want some kind of token system for these endgame dungeons, or to at least make it so that it drops a guaranteed piece of gear like the leveling dungeons. And he ripped them apart. He flamed them. He acted so arrogant and so condescending to them, and they said it themselves. They said it themselves in that live letter. So you tell me that somebody like that, who is so dismissive about people's opinions, about the player base, international, abroad, Korean, Japanese, who is done listening to everybody, who's only listening now that the game is on its last legs, you tell me that somebody like that deserves to be director. You tell me that somebody like that deserves to be director. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And as for these content creators, I loathe most of them. I loathe most of them. The people who actually did wake up towards the end, I forgive. But most of them who were in Legoland, in Lego mentality for nigh on 10 years, while most of us were trying our hardest to call attention to all of these issues, I don't care. I don't care. I hope that they lose their entire audience. I don't care if they're down to 10 viewers. I don't care. I don't care, because they dismissed our concerns constantly. So guess what? Now we can dismiss them as content creators as this game fades into complete irrelevancy. And now you got people like me propping up the shit on the game as it dies. And eventually, once Final Fantasy XIV does die, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go shit on something else, probably. I'm going to go discuss something else. I discuss current events. I discuss all these other things, because unlike these Lego people, I actually do have interest besides playing Final Fantasy XIV, doing the same roulettes, playing the same simplified rotation all day. My God. And you know what's actually sad is that the few content creators like myself, like Cole, like Zeppela, like Lamatod, those of us who have been at the current forefront of this disaster of an expansion, calling out the worst of these issues, we are the ones who get flamed. We are the ones who get called Nazi, fascist, transphobic, blah, blah, blah. Are you kidding me? We are the only actual fans of this game, even though we don't even play the damn thing anymore. We are the only ones who don't play. We are the people who don't play the damn thing anymore, and we are the only ones who can actually call ourselves true fans of the game. We are the only ones who can actually call ourselves true fans of the game, because we can actually recognize the rot. We can actually recognize that it comes from Tengen Yoshida, that it comes from Kate, that it comes from all these screwed up personalities, these egomaniacs who have never been told no a single day in working on the game, and who were allowed to just ruin it to their liking. And now the game is sitting at a 25% rating on Steam. Let me pull up the image. Let me pull up the image so that nobody can say that I'm lying. 25% in the last 30 days. That is their legacy. The game dies in unceremonious silence. It's that simple. It's that simple. We tried to stop it. You think that I wanted Final Fantasy XIV to die? You think that I wanted this game to reach 25% user reviews? All I wanted was to be able to summon Shiva, Ramu, Leviathan, and to run some roulettes, farm some glamours, and to maybe have a good story to look forward to, and to maybe be farming some relics on the side and some kind of like Eureka content, one that isn't RNG based like Occult Crescent. Okay, when I saw that, I knew they had to be taking the piss out of people. In what world does it make sense to piss off an already a player base that's already on its last legs with an RNG grind? They have no frame of mind. They have no theory of mind. They can't put themselves in the shoes of the players who are desperate for more content, and then all that they were given was that. And a deep dungeon where they can the most that they can go hope for is to find a f***ing umbrella and a frog costume. You won't be able to see it with the font the way that it is. This one saying that this game is literally unplayable for severe life-threatening medical reasons. With the graphical update and all this. My God, it's medically unplayable for so many reasons. But for so many reasons. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? This game is done for. I know where I place the blame for it. I know where I place the blame for this game just being done and being an absolute disaster. It's at the feet of Yoshi. It's at the feet of Kate in her capacity as Lord Consultant and the goddamn Taco of Peace. And the allied society of the anti-racist beast tribes. Oh my God. Nah. Oh, they're baked tacos. They're not even real tacos. I could probably get a more authentic taco in Scotland than you could in Tural.
What did I say, my little monsters? Was it too spicy for you? Let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, thank you. Like the video and subscribe. This video was also streamed live on all 3 major platforms,